Hey there everyone, it's Josh with the Mod. And in today's video I'm going to tell you the difference between dry filament and not dry filament. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically what 3D printing is, it's a form of additive manufacturing. The name kind of speaks for itself, kind of. So basically a 3D printer, basically it has layers and so it uses an extruder, hot end, it melts this type of plastic. It melts types of plastic, it depends on what you have. Well, it uses that plastic and basically extrudes it in a controlled way around the bed, around the heated bed. You could see my 3D printer in the corner if you look to your right a bit. But so basically, it just puts molten plastic on the bed, lets it cool, and it does that layer by layer. So that's why it's called additive manufacturing. The most important part, I think, is either the printer's hardware or the filament. But we're going to talk about the filament today. So basically, if you have damp filament and they have damp filament and dry filament. So if you have filament that's been sitting out for like at least a week, like this is a 1 gram sample of PLA. Like if you have that sitting out for like a week, you can either put it in the oven, let it dry, or you can get a filament dryer like I have. Uh, you can also look on your right, it's that gray thing. But yeah. So this is a 1 gram sample, and here's the difference. So this, I want you to, I mean, whatever. Here, this is the wet lookout bends, or this is the dry and lookout bends. And then I have the wet here. Just bend it the same way. Now, if you look up real close, there's nothing there. But on this, if you keep bending it, I'm going to do it with the other one, you can see it's starting to get a bit white. That won't happen with this one, because if I keep bending this one, it doesn't get that white. It only gets white when it's completely like folded in half. So this one's completely folded in half, nothing. But if I fold this one in half, fold it, it's white. So basically, moisture basically makes it more brittle, and it makes it more prone to stringing, clogging, basically everything that you have, like that way you'll have an issue with 3D printing. Now, I'll make another video explaining how to fix clogged nozzles, if I actually do, if you're using damp filament, like if you don't want to spend the big bucks on the top of the line filament dryers, if you have a micro center near you, you can actually go there and ask the guy. It's in the 3D printing section. But filament is actually it depends on what filament. So if you have I don't know. So basically, if you have the TPU, like if you have something like TPU where it's really flexible, then you need to keep it in a filament dryer, because what it does is it creates blotches. Like here, I'm gonna go get something. Like you'll have skips in it, and you'll have stringing. I don't really have anything, but you'll basically have skipping and stringing in it. So basically, skipping is you'll see just little indents in it, just like little lines and stuff. Like if I show you this, you could see. You probably can't see, but there's little lines in it. There's little indentations in it, and that's what I like to call skipping. And stringing is basically, it kind of speaks for itself. It's kind of it kind of looks like cobwebs, but if you've seen it on your 3D prints, you might want to dry your filament, especially if you're using TPU. So yeah, if you're using TPU and other filaments, you might want to do it. PLA has a pretty long shelf life, but still, I recommend sealing your filament in a Ziploc bag type of thing. So it doesn't do that. And in the Ziploc bag, I'm gonna go get something from my closet, but I'm gonna show you something real quick, and it will help with humidity if you're using the Ziploc bag technique. So these are called desiccant. I don't know how to pronounce, but they're basically those silica packets that you find, and they say do not eat and stuff. They come with all brand new types of filament and stuff. Keep them, because they actually help. Because if you're storing your TPU or your PLA, ASA, nylon, like whatever, you're storing it, put these in the bag with it. And if it's saturated, you can either use your oven or you can literally just put it in the air fryer, and it takes about 8 hours at about 50 degrees Celsius, which is about 120 degrees. So I just put these with my spare filaments. If I get my box down here, just put them, tuck them in nicely, because I have one open in there. I actually have two open in there. Seal that. Now I just gotta put this back in my closet. So it actually is quite convenient to have those. So don't throw those away. You can actually save a lot of money with that. So yeah, now back to our discussion of the damp filament. If the one way to know if you have damp filament is you notice a lot of stringing in your 3D prints, and you hear like a little sizzling, bubbly sound when your nozzle when it's heating up. In that case, if it's heating up and it's bubbling, what I want you to do is, for me, basically cut. So if you pull it out of your extruder, well, mine has like a little clip. Pull it out of your extruder, and then there's gonna be like a little string. You pull it out while it's hot. There's gonna be a long string. Cut that, and that should help for that print. If your printer, if you have a Creality like me, your printer would have came with these things. You can use that to cut them. But other things like scissors and stuff works really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna cut to my outro. So that just tells you why you shouldn't use, or why you should try to use the filament. Like, I was literally just playing with this and it snapped, and I can literally play for this for hours. And this was in that box with the Decadent packs and stuff. I have like a whole box of them in my closet. So my closet's a little door behind me, but yeah, I have like a whole pack, and they actually do work really well if you're using a bag to store them. So yeah, to the outro. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more 3D printer content. And yeah, sorry I've been a bit late on the shorts, but I'll see y'all next time.